I talked about making music on a budget in the video just yesterday. Now, I have a pretty low budget, and the setup is just so that you can make music and do it effectively. And so I've kind of figured out what works for me, and it's pretty minimal and it's pretty basic, if you will, but let's go over it. And if you don't know me, my name is North, and I make music, and it sounds like this. And this. And this. So what if I told you that all of that was made on a $40 music software? Yeah, it was, and I'll show you which one it was. It's called FL Studio Mobile. I actually make it on my laptop, and it cost me $34, and then I got all the plugins, and plugins are basically like add-ons, things that add stuff to your music and everything, and it's on my laptop. I also have it on my computer, so all you have to do to get it is you go to the Microsoft store and you find it in there. So once I search that up, there you have it, the Microsoft store. You can find FL Studio Mobile in there, and people kind of sleep on it. They may not have heard of it. They typically talk about FL Studio, which is the more expensive version. They talk about Ableton, they talk about Logic, Pro Tools, all that. Bitwig. There's many different music softwares or DAWs that you could use to be able to make music. And a DAW is basically just the acronym for a digital audio workstation. So that is how you make music online. But FL Studio Mobile is sick because it's very cheap, but it still does a lot. Like, I can add effects to these songs. I can add in my tracks. I can record chords, like anything. Like, let me see if I can turn the volume up for y'all. Anything like this. Oh, it's off. That would do it. So you can record like that. You can go into the track. You can listen. You can switch where the notes are if you want to like put it in a certain place so that it sounds a certain way. And this is how I make all of my music. So I put everything in here. If I want to add a recording, I can just record through the record button right here, and I can add anything that I want to the song or to the track. I can add percussion, and actually in the percussion, I can change what kind it is. So if you hold it down, it says load sample, and you could go through any kick or anything that you want. You can see how long the wave file is. And that's how you can change your drum set on there. So you can make music through this. Now, I've made songs through this, and yesterday I was talking about how I made my song Peace of Mind, which is more of like a pop song type deal. But I sing its praises because it's cheap, and it's available on laptop, it's available on PC, it's available on mobile, although I recommend doing it on like a laptop. It's a better way to kind of hear everything, be able to make everything, and it's cost effective, and you can keep making songs from it. I've made money from my music, and I've been able to make music that I'm passionate about without having to feel constrained by the budget or how much something costs. So like with this, I was working on some chords, and this is what it sounds like. And that's how I made it. And so I can go in here, I can add reverb, I can make it sound a certain way. I can go into my effects, I can make sure that it sounds a little bit more like it's in a room, like a spacey room. I can change all these different effects in here, and it works very well. I mean, I've been able to test things out like this. I actually really like that effect. So that's how I make music in here, and it's a very solid system. I also just really enjoy how easy it is to use to export songs. You would just go in here, you can save your song, you can save it in FL Mobile like this, you can save it as a WAV file, you can save it as MP3, whatever you need to do. I always name my songs based after the day that I started them. So I started this one May 5th, and yeah, that's basically all there is to it. But I really enjoy it. It's super useful. It's super easy. If you have any questions about it, let me know. And until then, I'll see you tomorrow.